Welcome to theFNtruth, where most topics are worth discussing, and I'm the master of none, but I'm a realist. I'm your host, Chris Hurst, aka CH, aka The Truth. Now, these are my views and opinions, so don't sue me. So now, let's go. What up, people out there? This is a good topic that I really like to talk about as well. I like to talk about all these topics, but I really like to talk about this one as well. What are some of the top movies that you can watch over and over again? I'm gonna talk about 6 of them. And again, no particular order, but these are movies that I can watch over and over and over again, like literally over and over again. One of them is Mahogany. Diana Ross and Billy D. Williams. You know, they had a great connection during that time in the 70s and everything. And it was the storyline was, you know, she's a designer / model, and you know he's into politics, and it was a struggle between their relationship because he felt like he was doing something good for the community, and she felt like she wanted to follow her dream and chase her dream. And you know that happens today in 2019. You know what I mean? You got two people that are really strong on what it is that they believe in. So, but that was one of the movies that I really I could just watch it all over again. That storyline was excellent. The acting was great. The chemistry was awesome. I can watch that over again. Another one in the 70s is Coolie High. You know, Coolie High. It reminds me of me and my crew back in the day, just getting into mischief and just doing stupid stuff. So that really brings back memories when I see that, because it really does make me think about when I was a teenager and I was running the streets and just acting silly and doing all kinds of craziness. And again, you know, that was a great one and a very sad ending because of Cochise, you know, dying. And he was a star basketball player. And again, that's something that really happens in everyday life. Another one is Scarface. I think a lot of people like Scarface. Scarface was just like, that was real, that was vicious, you know. Al Pacino, he killed that. He killed it. You know what I mean? Like, you really thought Al Pacino was the drug lord. You know what I'm saying? Again, another great storyline. Who was that? I believe Brian De Palma and Oliver Stone. And the crazy thing about that movie is during that time, because of the violence, they actually had to cut some stuff out of that movie, or I guess change the storyline a little bit, because they were going to get a rated X marking. You know, and I guess whoever does the ratings, they said that was a violent movie, so, you know, but yeah, so whatever they had to do, they had to change stuff to get it to a rated R. And I'm glad they did, so we can all see it. And man, that movie is going to be around for years to come. Another one is the movie Crash. If you people haven't seen Crash, I'm telling you right now, see, just, I don't know, DVR, whatever, on demand, whatever. Go, you got to see Crash. It's a host of celebrities, Don Cheadle, Jennifer Esposito, Terrence Howard, Sandra Bullock, Brendan Fraser, Ludacris. Oh man, it's a host of celebrities. Lorenz Tate. It's so many to name. I just can't. I can't think of all the people. But anyway, the concept of that movie was Zoe Saldana, Matt Dillon. Yeah, the names are coming to me now. But anyway, the whole concept of that movie, if you haven't seen it, is really about racism. Is how people view each other. But the interesting dynamic of that movie was how you cross paths with these people, and you don't even realize that in one moment you may cross that path and you may not even notice or pay attention to who they were until all of a sudden y'all crash together, and now all of a sudden it's a situation. So to me, that was an awesome movie. I remember when that movie first came out, I went to go see that movie in the movies by myself. And I sat in that movie theater and I was so hyped that I invited a friend of mine to go to the movies with me later on that afternoon to watch it twice. So I actually seen it twice in one day. So Crash. Another one to me, this is a classic. It's always going to be a classic in my opinion, is Life. Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Bernie Mac was in there, Jing Lang, Jing Lang. Rest in paradise, Bernie Mac. Bokeem Woodbine, Can't Get Right. It was a host of others in there as well. Anthony Anderson had a small part in there as well. Sanaa Lathan had a little small part in there. Rick James had a part in there. Heavy D, rest in paradise to my man Heavy D, who, by the way, is an inspiration to me as a rap artist. He was lyrically, he was all that. So rest in paradise to Heavy D. But Life, man. Life was like, it was funny, and the way that they did it was awesome. Like you're talking about, they started in, I believe, the 30s. I think it was 32 or something like that, 1932, and they ended up to, like, I don't know, 1996. I can't remember what it was, but they showed these two men, young men in their 20s, get locked up for a crime that they didn't commit, and they had to do life in prison. And it just showed how they just stayed in prison. I think it was in Mississippi for all their lives. But it's sad when you think about it, because that could really happen. But it was funny the way it was written, and the way the chemistry of Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence. That's one of those movies. Of course, you can't do it, but that's one of those movies I wish they had a Life Part 2, because it was so well written in everything. So that's an awesome one that I really give Eddie Murphy props for his acting. Another one is another one by Eddie Murphy is Coming to America. And I heard that they're doing it Coming to America too, so I'm looking forward to that. But in Coming to America, I mean, man, him and Arsenio Hall, like those two, man, it was just, their chemistry is great also. Eddie Murphy is one of those actors where you put him on the big screen, in my opinion, it's going to be a hit. That man you got to give him his props. You know, he started in the 80s as a stand-up comedian to a Hollywood hit. You know, so I can go on just about Eddie Murphy alone. But those are some of the movies that I can watch over and over again. And there's one that I'm forgetting. So actually, this would be number 7. Goodfellas. True story about the mob in the 70s, 60s and 70s, I believe. Martin Scorsese did a great job at that. So if you like, mafia movies, and that's a true story. It's a true story. So if you like mafia movies and you like true stuff like I like it, you'll enjoy Goodfellas. So I would like to know, what are some of the movies that you can watch over and over again and have no problem with it? Those are mine, and I would like to know what yours are. Again, this is Chris Hurst, aka CH, aka The Truth, and I'm out. Peace.